Hello everyone, and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and we are on part 3 of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Spyro the Dragon. Last time we took on Peace. What we do? I'm sorry. We finished up the Artisan Homeworld. We came to Peacekeepers, and I think we got Clifftown out of the way. So here we are. We're back. That was a little delayed, but hey, Peppa Pig. I think I want to see what the balloonist has to say. I should have asked him what he wanted last time. I'm so used to like breezing through this game that I don't really like take the balloonist too seriously.
Believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure.
Yeah, so I guess he would have told me, I think, that we need to collect treasure as soon as I got here. I don't think I would have had enough treasure, but
Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
hop aboard. No, I'm gonna stay here. Dude, guess what console I managed to get? A Nintendo 64. No, I'm just kidding. PS5. It has to be, right? I'm gonna lower the volume a bit. There we go. Did you really get the PS5? That's amazing. I'm very happy for you if you did. You are damn right, I got an XC. Wait, was I seriously? I was just joking when I said that. That's amazing, dude. Did you get a bundle, or did you did you nab the standalone console? On Amazon? Wow, that's even more crazy. Cause I was trying to do Amazon too, but it just was never. For me, it was like the most difficult one. Let's go to Ice Cavern. I copped the standalone console. Wow. That's cool, dude. So what game do you think you're gonna get first? We'll definitely try Astrobot, Astro's Playroom, Astrobot, because that's such a cool tech demo for... It's actually a really fun platformer in and of itself, but it's a great tech demo for the PS5 DualSense. And it's a really easy platinum. And it's actually pretty cool too, because it like delves into like kind of PlayStation lore and all, so it's pretty cool to like explore in that game. Oh, it's already here? Yeah, I have Prime also. I think when I was trying to get it, it was just tougher. But I'm sure it was still pretty tough for you to get that. I always like this level. Probably one of my favorite levels of Peacekeepers.
Word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Lucky, man. I'm glad you got it though. Did you get the disc version or the digital version? Disc. That's the way to go. I was actually trying to see if I can find another PS5 just to like give it to someone as a gift, but then I was like, you know what? I don't feel like going through this again. And it is still expensive too. Right now on PS5, I'm playing, and I'm surprised I'm actually playing this and actually having fun. I'm doing the Death Stranding director's cut, but I haven't really done the story yet. I've just been like, I basically just got the like I upgraded to the PS5 version for like $10 or whatever it was, and I didn't realize like how much I would like that game after I've completed the game already. Because after I beat the story, I needed a break. But now like I have so much stuff like built and stuff, and like I'm like building roads, and it's just like fun now. Like, and plus it's just better when you have like a more upgraded version of yourself that can like carry more deliveries and like, you know, not and kind of like, especially when they give you weapons later on, that's such a big help against like the enemies. I'm playing Ratchet and Clank right there. Oh yeah, that's still a game I need to get. I've been, I don't know what's taking me, like why I'm sleeping on it, but I'm gonna get it soon. Because that's another game that I've been kind of also slowly trying to complete is the Ratchet and Clank 3. Up Your Arsenal. Like I beat the story, but I'm just I was trying to see if I can platinum it. I think I have like 70 something % right now. Death Stranding. We'll see what this dragon has to say.
Some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
It's. I wouldn't call. I mean, it definitely is a game that is very unique in that it commits to kind of being a delivery simulator in a way, but it's kind of more than that to me. Like, I'm not, like, it's not my favorite game, but, like, I'm starting to play it right now again, and I'm like, you know, this game is really special. Like, there's a fun factor to it that I'm really starting to appreciate. But it's definitely more, you know, there's definitely sci-fi elements to that game that are obviously way weird and out there. You're not it's not like a Mud Runner or Snow Runner where you're those are two actual delivery, like kind of like a truck delivery simulator. So I wouldn't say it's too simulatory, if that's a word, but yeah, it's definitely not it's definitely a very what was I gonna say? It's definitely a very original game and a unique game in how it plays. Because it's not your usual like shoot 'em up or platformer or any of those genres. It's kind of like its own genre in a way. Like I think like the director's cuts of these games that have been out have been my favorite thing so far. In terms of the PS5, like the Ghosts of Tsushima director's cut was a lot of fun, like way more than just like an expansion. Like it had like a really cool story to it, and it introduced some new things that I thought were cool. I'm currently working on Spyro 2. Nice. So when you said that you never played Spyro 2, did you mean just the Reignited Trilogy, or have you played the original game before? Because I love Spyro 2. It's probably my favorite of the trilogy, I think, in terms of an overall package.
for releasing me.
That's what I do. I played both. I said I haven't. Oh, okay. So you haven't played on the Reignited Trilogy. Okay. I remember I was very upset at this game at first because it has this like online requirement to like you basically have to download the second and third game. And I still am not down with that. Like if I'm playing like a single player game, I want to be able to have that game physically on disc and not have to do like put a disc in to download 2/3 of the content. But like I know they actually released like an actual 100% physical copy now, where it's not a download anymore. But it basically means I would have to repurchase it at this point, and I would do it, but I don't know. It's just like at this point I'm just like, you know what? I've already played them. Maybe down the line if I really feel like I need to, if it becomes that much of a problem. I don't know why it is either. I don't know if it was because they were like trying to hit the deadline and they couldn't get the game on disc properly, so they were trying to like make a huge patch for it or something for those last two games. Oh, this guy's quick. Also, there's been news, so Jen O'Neill, who was a big, she was one of like the big designers or directors. She wasn't the main director for Crash Insane Trilogy, but she was definitely a part of that project, very heavily. She worked on the Insane Trilogy, and she worked on Tony Hawk Plus 1+2, and I think she was one of the lead designers on Tony Hawk 1+2, or directors or whatever. And of course, unfortunately, Vicarious Visions got absorbed by Blizzard due to Activision. So she was a part of that team, and like I felt bad for her. Like, you know, like I thought she was always a good like studio creative, but apparently she just announced that she's left Blizzard now. So and she makes like a little like, oh man, I fell into. I thought I had the hover ability. She made like a kind of like a PR like statement saying like, oh, like I wish Blizzard the best, I hope the best for them or whatever. But like I can tell that like you could tell that that it was gonna be a mess if she was to stay there. The way that companies run. So I'm glad that she got out and that she can do something else. But it's still kind of sad that Vicarious Visions kind of had to get swallowed up by them. And by the way, like I think they're gonna actually their name actually has to be changed now. Like it's not gonna be Vicarious Visions. It's gonna be like usually Blizzard names their developer teams by their like location. So it's gonna be like Blizzard and some like whatever like major city it's from, or major or state or whatever it is. So that company's just completely lost its identity at this point. It's a shame. Yeah, they're in shambles. Absolutely. I kind of hope that they just crumble, because then all the people that are actually, you know, hardworking and are kind of just like on the sidelines to this whole like scandal with the sexual harassment and discrimination and everything. I hope that they can find a better place for themselves, and you know, They were great, and they were around for like 30 years. You know, they were really good at like making like a lot of the like the Game Boy Tony Hawks. They did make a Crash Nitro Kart, which wasn't the greatest game, obviously, but you could see that they were trying to do something with it, and I think they learned from it, from their mistakes there. They did great with the Insane Trilogy and Tony Hawk 1+2, but they were always great, I think. You know, they had some, like, you know, not every studio is going to have every installment going to be like a home run, but like they were making like great games, I think, as a whole. Oh, come on, you didn't get me. And I'm seeing more people are getting those Wumpa pinatas. Like Wumpa Lewis just got one, the YouTuber. It's and it pretty much is like the longest they've dragged out that promotion for whatever Wumpa League is. I think that game got delayed, is what they're.
Spyro, some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
From what I've heard about Wumpa League, there was, I know one. I saw some videos on YouTube saying like a roadmap was not kind of like a developer roadmap was leaked. One that was codenamed like Project Quantum, and one that's Project Lava. And Project Quantum is supposed to be Crash 4, and then Project Lava is supposedly supposed to be Wumpa League, like if you look at the clues that's associated with it. And apparently, like, Wumpa League is kind of got delayed without being announced that it got delayed, because the game obviously never got announced in general. But I think they wanted Wumpa League to come out like, or be announced earlier in this year, but something happened like in the production that like kind of like slowed things down. I wouldn't be surprised if it had anything to do with maybe like some internal stuff with Activision, you know, with that whole like lawsuit against them. But or it could have just been like the normal you know, production delay that every game seems to go through. Like Spyro was delayed, so they're not always going to be on target with their like with their deadlines. Yeah, I think Canadian Guy A released it.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
And like, I don't blame them for like not hitting their target, because Crash 4 was released last year around what, October? I think it was October, right? Because yeah, Tony Hawk 1+2 came out in September, I think, and then a month later Crash 4 came out. So we didn't really like whether like unless like Wumpa League's supposed to be kind of like a DLC, like a multiplayer DLC or something for Crash 4, then I don't understand why we need like a new Crash game this so soon, but I'll take it. I just wish we can get a Spyro 4, or at least like Tony Hawk 3 before another crap. But you know what? I'll take what we can get. Two Blizzard games got delayed, so yeah, it was like Diablo and Overwatch, I think. I'm still wondering what Beanox is up to too, because I feel like they've been too quiet. They haven't really been working on any Call of Duty stuff, as far as I can tell. Probably the usual support stuff, but like that shouldn't stop them from releasing a main game. Did I get the key that I needed? No, I don't have a key on me, right? How do I get to that key? You know what? I'm gonna go up here. That's my guess. I think it's going to be announced at the Game Awards for sure. The only reason I thought that maybe that really lame state of play that just happened, I thought because Sony has this whole thing with like putting Crash into its like big commercials. Like there was a bit like that really good September state of play we had where they announced Wolverine and Spider-Man 2 and they showed God of War Ragnarok or whatever. They showed this like promotional commercial or whatever in the beginning of it, and it was like a big city, and there was like kings and queens, and they were like going for the throne and stuff, which is something is now revealed to be like a community thing for like players to sign up on PlayStation.com. If like 25,000 like trophies or something, some kind of like a point system, then like PS5s are going to be handed out or something like that. It's supposed to be like a promotion. But in that commercial, like we saw like the Wumpa League sticker, and they've done that before where they put Crash Bandicoot stuff in like the PlayStation like big like 2-minute commercial or whatever it is, like opening sizzle reel or whatever it is. So I figured maybe that's it. Like if they were showing like Wumpa League stickers in their actual commercial, then maybe a state of play is where they would announce it. But now I'm just thinking state of plays are just like kind of like an indie showcase at this point, like light games that we already know about and stuff like that, or small games. So I feel like Game Awards is definitely going to be the place for it. Which way should I... Okay, so the keys here... Oh, I see what to do. Imagine Crash Wumpa League not being announced at the Game Awards. Yeah, that at that point I would be like, you know what? If it's not going to be announced at the Game Awards, then I don't want to hear about it for a while. Go up here. Go here. Is there any other place? Oh, they'll rage for sure. I'm still hoping for a new Tony Hawk though. That's kind of really like Wumpa League will be nice, but if they announce like Tony Hawk, that's gonna be my that's literally what I want the most. I think. I mean I want all three. I want Spyro 4. I want I always like a new Crash title. But I feel like Tony Hawk did so. It's just like it would be such a waste if we never get a sequel to that game, because 1+2 was amazing for me. That's the thing, but even though there's no Vicarious Visions, Beanox was like a support studio for the Tony Hawk 1+2, and even like in the opening what's it called? Like when they show the Vicarious Visions logo when you first boot up the game, the next thing you see is like Beanox like was like there's like another thing where it says Beanox basically. So I think Beanox helped them and were very close studies to what they were doing. So, and like Vicarious Visions have already like laid down like the groundwork for how the game's supposed to feel and how it's supposed to play and how the physics are and all that and like the geometry and like how that works. So now that they've done that and Beanox was like worked closely with it, maybe now all they have to do is just give us some new maps, give us because they basically gave us the move sets for like Tony Hawk 3 and 4, so it's kind of all in the cards now. I think I got everything. Yep. I mean, yeah, that too. They did such a great job with CTR. I think they actually helped with the Insane Trilogy too. So I'm hoping. Plus, the way Tony Hawk 1+2 was designed, like the way its multiplayer was designed, it felt like it was like it felt like it was ripe for like a DLC. Even though I don't want Tony Hawk 3 and 4 to be a DLC, I want them to be their own separate titles. But it felt like they were almost toying with the idea to like release a Tony Hawk 3 what's it called? Oh, this is Cliptown. Have I done Cliptown yet? Guidebook. Oh, I did Drug Canyon. I didn't do Cliftown. I don't know, but it seemed like they were ready to like release like a DLC or something for Tony Hawk 3 if they wanted to. Like the way the online was set up, it was as if like it reminded me of like CTR's Grand Prix where, or CTR where like it had room for more content, but like nothing really came of it. It was weird. It was strange. It was almost like we had like a skate shop which was similar to the pit stop in CTR, but like they didn't really capitalize on that the way I thought they would. But no doubt, I think Beanox were the ones that helped them with the multiplayer in terms of how the skate shop works and everything, and like I think a lot of what they carried over from CTR's pit stop was incorporated into Tony Hawk. Let's go this way. Another thing I'm wondering if Wumpa League is gonna be an extension of Crash Bash, like a party game system type thing. Because if you think about it, I mean, like, Crash Team Racing took the opportunity to, like, include Nitro Kart into its main kind of game. Like, we got to see, like, DLC characters that were from Tag Team Racing and the other Crash Kart games, but, like, Nitro Field is basically both CTR and Nitro Kart bundled into one as a main game. So I wonder if like Crash Bash is gonna get the same treatment where Wumpa League kind of just like Crash Bash is just a small part of what like Wumpa League is, but I don't know. All I know is it's November and we're like a little over a month away from getting an answer on all of this. That's true. I wish there was an adventure mode for that.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
This level in particular, I have so much nostalgia for because it's like the one level I remember like Like, my mom bought this game for me, and I remember her just watching me play for like over like a good hour or so, and like I spent like the entire time just trying to get this thief right here, and I just wasn't good at the game yet. So like, it took me so many tries just to get around this thing and to get this guy. I just have so much memories of just like doing this, but now it's pretty simple. It's I gotta. And again, like I think I've mentioned it before, is that I didn't know that you can flame if you get close, so. But yeah, I wish Nitro Fueled included the adventure mode. That's what I think is the major thing that's missing. I also wish CTR included, even though the online was very kind of laggy and not that well, not that well put together, I don't think. Like it still has a lot of like connection issues and stuff. But I wish they gave us like a two-player splits, like a split screen online mode, because my sister is just as good at CTR as I was. So it would have been cool to have her play at the same time against people around the world. Like that's the dream, really. Because we've been playing that game forever, for like for 20 years now. Against like the bots, like against the AI on like super hard mode. But so it would have been cool to like, experience like real people for like, especially with how good they are. Also, CTR should have a 6. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm surprised they didn't, because Tony Hawk got 60 frames and Crash 4 did also. I feel like, yeah, CTR, it's a waste if they're not going to do that. Oh, he got me. Oh, I need a key. Oh no, I don't need a key. I think I need to blow that thing up. I like how they throw you for a loop. They train you on these like metal chests that you need keys with, and then makes you think like you always need a key if you come across one that's locked. But then you have to like improvise and like kind of study the level and find a new way to do it. Do you think the PS5 was overhyped? I don't think... Let me just hear what he says.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Oh yeah, this always blew my mind that there was a whole other area that you can just glide forever to, and then it's like a huge open area. But yeah, I don't think it's overhyped. I think the PS5 is really good. But there's still some issues that need to be worked out. Like, I've come to, like, really like the UI, the user interface. I think PS4 might be my favorite in terms... Because it's hard to, like, judge, because PS5 is still, like, only a year old right now, or whatever. But... I think the DualSense is really cool. I think... the load times make a huge difference. Like, if you play CTR or Crash 4 on... oh, definitely if you play Crash 4 on the PS5, it makes everything so much easy, like so much like not easier, but more manageable. Like it makes me like there's no way I would ever do time trials on the PS4 version because out of every time like you mess up and you try to go back to like you restart trial, you're waiting forever before you can try again, and that's not how time trials should be. But PS5 is very quick. It's very like instant loading, pretty much. Even CTR, if you play CTR on a PS5, it's better. But why people paying over $100 for a console with no games? You have to remember though, the PS4 didn't really have any games either when the first year or so. Like I remember I only had like 3 games in the PS4's like first 2 years. And it was Killzone Shadowfall, which you've seen me play, and you know that game is it's pretty much like a average shooter. It was Killzone Shadowfall. It was Last of Us Remastered. So Last of Us Remastered, like a lot of people in the PS5 generation right now are complaining that all we're getting are these like remasters, or cross gen games. That's pretty much what was going on in a way with the PS4 when it first launched, was that you had like a console exclusive like Killzone Shadowfall, which you weren't going to get on PS3, but I was for the longest time I was playing The Last of Us Remastered, which was good for me anyway because I never played the PS3 version. And I think the other game I had was MLB 15, which is a game I chose for that year because there was nothing else to play. There was nothing of interest for me. I think Metal Gear, there was a new Metal Gear game, but I never played any of the Metal Gears, unfortunately, Solid. So like I would have to go back to play the original ones before I would even play the 5th one. I think it was like Phantom Pain. So I wasn't gonna play that. I didn't play Bloodborne or like yeah, I think it was Bloodborne was 2015. It just took a while. I think once Uncharted 4 came out in 2016, that was the first real big exclusive that really like was like, wow, this is what the PS4 generation's gonna like. This is what it's all about. And honestly, for me, like from what I have for PS5 right now, it's Miles Morales, and I was able to play this Spider-Man remastered.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
Nice. Yeah, so I got those games. I got Control, which I was waiting for a PS5 version anyway, because I know the PS4 version is very has had like frame rate issues, and the PS5 pretty much more or less fixes it. Because Control was always kind of more of a PS5 game, I think, than a PS4 game. So I have that. I did get Returnal, and I did hear that they gave us that there's a patch now which gives you like a save feature, or like a way to like save your cycle or whatever it is, because it's kind of like it's one of those games where you can only play it like it's like a permadeath type of game, so you can save mid-run basically, I think. But I think they even found a way to like save normally. People have like reported, or I think like GameSpot reported. And Returnal doesn't really grab me that much, but at the same time, I'm not like the fact that there's not as many games to choose from. And Rift Apart is a great game. I can't wait to get that game. I think that's the one PS5 game that actually like warrants a PS5, especially with like the rift jumping and all that, like the instant loading and all that. I think we're like there's actually a lot more to choose from for me this time around than there was for the PS4 PS4's like launch. I'm sure the PS5, yeah, it's gonna be great. But was it overhyped? I think a lot of people were. I think people were felt so high on the PS4 generation that everyone was just like going insane over the fact of you know, over the prospect of getting one, that I think they forgot that, like, you know, there's still kinks to work out. The games are not all there yet. Like, if I didn't have a PS5 yet, I wouldn't feel that bad. But I'm kind of glad I got it, just so I can get some games out of the way, now that I've played them. But, oh god. I think people wanted to show off their friends that they... Yeah, that was part of it, I think, is that people wanted the new thing, like that nice... Because new is always an appealing thing for people when buying... when getting things. Like, you know, it was more about that than actually, like, using it. I am disappointed so far with, like, the broadcast features for PS5, though. I think they need to improve that immensely. Because, like I said, like, the way it's set up where, like, the text, like, for you to comment on my video, I can see the text there and it stays there for as long as until, like, you've typed something else, you know? Whereas with the PS5 version, it would disappear after a second. I couldn't see it. There was no in the top left corner. There's no, like, elapsed time for me to look at, which is something I like to look at. Oh, why did I come over here? I thought I can come. Oh, you know what? Let me go this way, because I have to go behind the castle anyway. Here's a hint. These gems are a hint to what we need to do. It's kind of like a little arrow in a way. Not so much, but it's kind of like a green light, like, go this way, I guess. Yeah, maybe they should fix the broadcast. They definitely have to, because... Because there was another issue, too, that was weird with it. Like, couldn't you, like, not hear me when I was trying to test it? So I don't know what that was about. And I had my settings, like, all correct, so maybe my mic isn't even compatible with it yet? I don't even know. Yeah, that's not good. I have a feeling, though, that it was something that I couldn't figure out more than, like, the PS5 being a problem, but that's definitely something I need to figure out. What else, though? There was something else. I mean, it would have been great to play this game on the PS5 version, because the loading times would be so much quicker. I think I gotta get to this one. There we go. Nice. But I think there's a lot of, like, I'm excited for PS5 because there's games on the horizon from like, already that I'm already excited for, like whatever the next Crash game is, Wumpa League, if that's announced at the Game Awards. But for sure, I already know that Horizon Forbidden West is a game in early 2022 that I'm gonna get. God of War, I'm sure that's gonna be down the line, but at least we know about it. Where should I go? Did I go down here yet? Ice Cavern, yeah. I guess I'll go to this area here. I'll do Night Flight, I guess. I have my PS4 games on external hard drive, so no fast load times for me. Yeah. That's another thing, though, is I like that I can divvy up my PS4 games now for games that can be because I don't have an external hard drive. I just have the regular hard drives that are, you know, internal. So it's kind of nice to kind of like transfer everything to like PS5 or whatever, and then just keep it there. That way, I don't always have to like flip-flop with what applications to install and which ones to delete. This level's pretty... I was just about to say, this level's pretty easy. I have God of War, another game I have to beat. Yeah, I haven't played God of War, the first 2018's God of War since it came out, really. I did platinum it, which like, that game was such a cool game to platinum, I think. Like, because I wasn't expecting to. It's just the right amount of challenging without it being like kind of like a Dark Souls type game or whatever, which I'm glad. Like the final Valkyrie fight that like I don't know if you went through like the Valkyrie fights or whatever, but those are tough, and like the Queen Valkyrie, that's the toughest like boss fight I've played in a while. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing these things. Guess I'll go this way. Oh no, am I gonna make it? I probably shouldn't have went to this one. No! Okay, I think I need to rethink how I do that. I heard that Riders Republic game from Ubisoft is actually pretty good. Which is kind of like an extreme sports, like snowboarding, biking, like paragliding, kind of like a wingsuit thing, like, and you can do like everything. But like, it's supposed to be like, it's getting good reviews, so I'm kind of interested maybe picking it up, but I'll have to see. Because Ubisoft games are kind of usually bloated with their like open world maps and stuff. Not every Ubisoft game is the greatest, but it looks like a cool game the way you can have like mass races. Oh my god. This is the way I was supposed to go. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Nice. I knew if I can get an early flame in, I can get it just in time. Alright. So, I got the 160, 180. Did I get everything? Yeah, I got everything. Okay. I think I would think they rewarded me the other, whatever it was last time. Okay. I guess I can start whatever the next level is. For some reason, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat it in 10 minutes, but we'll see. I should be able to if I wanted to. The thing is, what is left? I know I have the boss fight to do. I guess that's it. I guess all it is Dr. Shemp. I guess I'll go in. Alright, Dr. Shemp. It's probably my favorite boss in this whole game. Spyro 1 isn't really known for its bosses, but I like Dr. Shimp. It feels like an actual boss fight. Feels like more of a boss fight than Nasty Nork. I always like to try to get those flame chests in one shot, like 2 in one shot. And these big mamas don't actually hurt you, but they'll push you off the cliff if you get if they're good enough. Alright, let's take some precision gliding here. $25-piece gem. We got our key and our green gems here. I guess we'll take the boss on right here. So you know what, before I even do that, let's get over here. Oh no, I fell. Can I get that gem? Sparks? Any help? No. Oh no! Let's not run off the level here. Oh my god, I almost fell off. I'm too afraid to press the triangle button because I can never, like, my depth perception when because it doesn't give you the hover ability, it's just like a drop down like this. So I always feel like I drop down too early, more than I think I'm gonna land, where I'm gonna land. There's Dr. Shimp. Alright, nothing here. Trondo.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
I hope if there's a Spyro 4, we get to see more of the adult dragons again. It would be cool to wander around in a homeworld and actually see them there with you. I think the only reason we never did is because of like software limitations or whatever. Whoa! There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely failing these skill points of trying to beat him without getting hurt. Oh! Let's try that again. For the gold. Got him. Not the hardest boss fight ever, but it's the most complete boss fight, I think, in this whole game. Actually, you know what? The most complete boss fight is Metalhead. We'll see him later. That feels like more of a Spyro 2-esque boss fight. Spyro 2, Spyro 3-esque. I need to get a key. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. Alright. And I guess I'll loop back around. I like how they give us these blue rugs on these bridges. It used to just be like a wooden bridge. Alright, here we are. Is that everything in Peacekeepers? think so. It would be nice if they told us like Artisan Homeworld complete, because I used to be able to use the PS1 version and know I completed everything, because this here, all these levels would fill the screen entirely, and you knew if you filled the screen entirely, you had it. But now it's, you know, it's so small because, you know, we have so much screen space now. Alright, I think I did it though, because it feels like that's enough levels in this place. I think I'll go to the next world.
I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
Never doubt me. Magic Crafters. Yeah, if this was PS5, this would have been loaded by now. Let's take a as much as we can from the Magic Crafters before we run out of time here. This bastard. There we go. It's weird how eggs are collectible in this game, because they stop being a collectible like halfway through the game. Like after Magic Crafters, I think that this is the last we're gonna see of the egg thieves in terms of collecting eggs. You can use sparks to help find. I know, but I'm actually trying to do it without sparks, because the original Spyro one never let you do that. It was only until Spyro 2 and 3 that you can do that. So I'm trying to see how far into the game I can go without actually resorting to him. Cosmos.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Aye aye. I always love this area because it just feels so... Compared to Peace, as contrast to Peacekeepers, it's just so different and so much more fun, easy on the eyes. I always like to take that guy out like that. Even though you can just run and get him. But I think they made it so that people who could explore different ways to like approach enemies. Like this guy I can probably get with this thing, but I'll just ram him. There we go. Let's see if this thing actually still goes past where it would have went. Nah. Alright, but I think we'll call it here. Take these guys out. I think next time we'll take on this little open field of looks like goats and an egg thief and a little enemy in a pond. Alright. Pulpit Pig, it's been a pleasure. For anyone else out there, if you're watching, If you want to take it upon yourself to like, comment, or subscribe, it is greatly appreciated. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, keep a clear head, and keep on gaming. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. Whoop.